Ma'am Rana here. Today, I will be discussing setting goal for success. For learning outcome, students will be able to appreciate the value of setting personal goals and be able to apply the SMART principle in the process. These are the subtopics of the lesson for today. First, introduction of setting goals for success. Second, Bandura self-efficacy. Third, Dweck's mindset theory. And lastly, Locke's goal setting theory. Before I start, I want you to pause for a minute and think about these questions. What would you want to be in the future? And what are your life goals? You can write it down on a piece of paper, or you can just pause for a while and reflect. Let's proceed. Introduction of setting goal for success. You want so many things to happen in your life, so many goals and dreams. But before anything else, you need to know what would you want to be in the future and what do you want to achieve. It is important to think of the things you want to accomplish in your life because it will help you give an overall perspective that will influence all the decisions that you will make in the future. You need to learn how to focus on achieving these goals and dreams considering the big picture, your future. To be able to reach these goals and dreams in life, it is important to have well-defined steps on how to achieve these things. And of course, you need to work hard for it. Goal setting is an essential and powerful process that will make your vision into a reality. Bandura's self-efficacy. One of the most renowned psychologists, Albert Bandura, introduced the concept of self-efficacy and self-efficacy theory. Self-efficacy is the belief in one's capabilities to achieve a goal or an outcome. It is the ability to influence events that affect one's life and control the way these events are experienced. Self-efficacy theory is part of his social cognitive theory or social learning theory, which is part of the 5 major theoretical perspectives in theories of personality. So let's distinguish students who have high self-efficacy and students who have low self-efficacy. For students who have high self-efficacy, they tend to challenge themselves with difficult tasks, and despite its difficulty, he or she is motivated to achieve these tasks. Self-efficacious students will put effort to meet their commitments and are more likely to recover quickly from setbacks. For students with low self-efficacy, they have this belief that they cannot be successful and will less likely to make an extended effort and avoid challenging tasks. There are 4 ways to build self-efficacy. First, mastery experience. Second, social modeling. Third, social persuasion. And fourth, states of physiology. First is mastery experience. We have to remember that not all our attempts to reach for our goals and dreams will not always have a positive outcome. Setbacks are expected. And sometimes failure happens. But this doesn't mean that we should just give up. Your experiences will help you build resilience through treating failure as a learning opportunity and chance for you to think of different approach to achieve your goals. Second is social modeling. It's important to have role models who you look up to. Observe those who practice high self-efficacy in their lives and make them as a motivation and inspiration. For Bandura, it is necessary to draw role models from one's own social surroundings. This may be your parents, sibling, family member, friend, classmates, and even people from the internet. Third is social persuasion. There's a saying, a mentor empowers a person to see a possible future and believe it can be obtained. Social persuasion is about having a role model that directly influences one's self-efficacy by providing opportunities to master experience. So this is what we call mentors. Mentors are knowledgeable and share their wisdom to be able to help you achieve these goals. Find the right mentor for you. So the difference between social modeling and social persuasion is that social modeling, they do not directly influence your decisions in life or in achieving your goals. Whereas in social persuasion, your mentors can impart their knowledge and wisdom for you to be guided on how to achieve your goals. Lastly, states of physiology. Our emotions, moods, and physical state can influence our interpretation of self-efficacy. Positive emotions can help you build positive insights for high self-efficacy, whereas high tensions and weariness can contribute to lower self-efficacy. Dweck's mindset theory. Carol S. Dweck is a psychologist from Stanford University. She has been researching into the field of achievement and success, specifically motivation, personality, and development. Mindset was defined by Dweck to explain the assumptions, methods, or notations held by one or a group of people. It represents the cognitive processes activated in response to a given task. According to Dweck, individuals act in accordance to their implicit views of where ability comes from. So here she introduced two kinds of mindset, the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. First, the fixed mindset, before termed as entity mindset. In this mindset, some people believe that success is based on innate or inborn ability. So these people believe that intelligence is fixed. Usually, they avoid challenges, and for them, effort seems to be fruitless. And second is the growth mindset or the incremental mindset. They believe that success is based on their hard work and willingness to learn. So people believe that training and an effort to learn can change one's quality. Usually, these people believe that intelligence can be developed and they embrace challenges. So these people are not afraid of failure. Acquiring a growth mindset is much better kind of mindset than the fixed mindset because it attributes success to learning and continuous practice. And lastly, Locke's goal theory. Locke's goal theory was developed by Dr. Edwin A. Locke. So the theory posits that goals and intentions drive human behavior and are determined by values and beliefs. Before going through setting specific goals, we need to know what is a goal first. Goal is simply defined as what the individual is consciously trying to do. Goals affect behavior, direct attention, and action. It motivates people to develop strategies that will enable them to perform at the required goal levels. Setting specific goals generates higher level of performance than setting vague goals. Let's use an example, very known example and very known goal for us. The specific goal is to lose weight, 1 kilogram per week. Then a vague, I will lose some weight. Goals that are more specific, challenging but realistic, and harder to achieve generally have a positive impact on performance. Goal setting theory refers to the effects of setting goals on subsequent performance. For example, you need to be more specific in your goal. Let's use losing weight again. Instead of saying, I want to lose some weight, replace it with, I want to lose 1 kilo a week for 3 months. Then specify what you're going to do. Example, exercise for 30 to 45 minutes every day except weekends because that's your rest days. Stop eating food with high sugar. By setting goals for yourself, you stay motivated. So there are 5 basic principles of goal setting, and these are clarity, challenge, commitment, feedback, and task complexity. First is clarity. Clear goals are measurable, unambiguous, and behavioral. When a goal is clear and specific with a definite time set for completion, there is less misunderstanding about what behaviors will be rewarded. Second, challenge. When setting goals, make each goal a challenge. People are often motivated by achievement and they'll judge a goal based on the significance of the anticipated accomplishment. Third is commitment. Put deliberate effort into meeting a goal. Goal, commitment, and difficulty often work together. The harder the goal, the more commitment is required. Fourth, feedback. Feedback provides opportunities to clarify expectations, adjust goal difficulty, and gain recognition. Remember, it is better to adjust the difficulty of your goal midway through your timeline than to entirely give up your goal. And lastly, task complexity. If a goal is complex, ensure that the work doesn't become too overwhelming. So give yourself enough time to meet the goal and to learn what is expected and required for success. So let's proceed to the SMART goals. SMART is a useful framework for constructing effective goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. In other words, the goal should be very clear and easily understood. Again, SMART. Actually, SMART goal can be used in different settings of your life. So specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. First is specific. Your goal must be clear and well defined. So the goal must clearly state what is to be achieved, by whom, where, when, and of course, why is the goal important. Again, let's just use losing weight again. And if you have noticed, we usually have a list of New Year's resolution. Yet in the end or in the middle, even in the middle of January, you can't keep up or you can't commit with it. So, what do you think is that? Maybe because we are not using the SMART goal. So let's use losing weight because I guess almost not really everyone, but almost all of us have this goal, losing weight. So specific. What is the specific goal? To lose weight. Sige, lose weight for a year. Let's be more specific. Lose 1 kilogram per week. Okay? Measurable. Measurability applies to both the end result and the milestones along the way to attaining a goal. It includes precise amounts, dates, or quantity in your goals so you can measure your degree of success. It answers the question of quantity: how much, how often, how many. So milestones will tell you that you are on the right track to achieving your goal. Again, losing weight. Sige, your goal, measurable. For a week, you will lose 1 kilogram. So for a month, you will lose 4 kilograms. So how much? How often? You exercise 5 times a week for 30 to 45 minutes. And how do you measure that? Through weighing scale. Check your weight through weighing scale. Attainable. You should ensure that the goals you set are achievable or attainable. Set realistic and challenging goals to hit the balance you need. It should neither be too hard for you nor too easy for you. Set your own standards of what is achievable for you or what is not by understanding your abilities, strengths, and weaknesses. Do you think 1 kilogram is attainable or achievable for you? And how do you make this achievable and attainable? Through discipline, cutting off rice, sugar, exercising. Fourth is relevant. Goals should be relevant to the direction you want your life and career to take. By keeping goals aligned with this, you will develop the focus you need to get ahead and do what you want to do. Understanding your personal mission and purpose is critical in this respect. What is the relevance of achieving your goal? Why do you want to achieve your goal? So why do you want to achieve the goal of losing weight? For health purposes. Because obesity is a disease. Also, to be more healthy. To build strong stamina. And lastly, time bound. Your goals must have a deadline. When you are working on a deadline, your sense of urgency increases and achievement will come that much quicker. Simply deciding by when you want to achieve something can be a good motivator. For example, your goal is to be lose weight for 6 months or 1 year. So should set the deadline. For example, you start at January 1 and then you'll end at June 30 or maybe in the January 1 of the next year. So thank you so much for listening to my lesson. I hope you've learned something and I hope you can apply the SMART goal and all the theories that I have discussed for today. So take care always, guys, and God bless.